mate, if you ain't getting this longer, then this one's for you.
What's up guys, and welcome back to EME TV. And as you can see by the title, today what we're talking about is if this thing is actually any better than my previous car, which was the Type S, the downgrade, or the one before this. So what we'll be doing is talking about obviously the exterior, the interior and the drive, and to see is it actually worth you spending or going out and coughing up about £1 or £2 more for the Type R. Well, without further ado guys, let's get into it. So there she is in all her glory. There is the Type R, and one of the first, we'll start with the exterior, and one of the first things that you do obviously realise and how you can differentiate from a Type S are these 18-inch alloys. These alloys are not on the Type S. I mean, the Type S have got like thicker, they're not as racy as these are quite racy and pretty decent, to be honest. So that's the first thing. Second thing, before you even probably see the wheels, or probably seen the wheels before, is the badging. So obviously you've got the red badging at the front and the red badging at the back as well, to obviously differentiate that this is a Type R. Now in terms of the exterior, apart from that, I think that everything else is indeed more or less the same. I know some people in the comments will probably be bashing me saying no, there's obviously more exterior differences, but if there is, please let me know, because I can't remember. I believe the two tail lights at the bottom there on the front bumper might be a little the front bumper I think might be a bit different as well. It's a bit sporty. I mean, on the Type S I can't remember it having this lip here, so that might be true as well. I mean, the lights are the same, the wings are the same, the whole car almost is the same apart from those minor differences on the exterior, but they do make a big difference. Now moving on to the interior, which is got to be the biggest upgrade for me by far. As soon as you open this door, you just have this red, bright colours that meet you with the little red Honda emblem on the steering wheel, Honda badge, and yeah, it's just a much nicer place to be. In the Type S I believe it's all black and quite dull. The dash and everything there is the same, and these, you can get navigation in these as well. This one hasn't got navigation, but yeah, that screen up there you can obviously get nav in. That whole center console is obviously the same. That gear stick as well is not the same. The gear knob is different but mounted in the same place on the Type S. You obviously get the Type R gear knob, which is a circular one. On the Type S I believe it's like grey grippy one. But yeah, this interior for me is the bollocks. Little bag from shopping, but yeah, this is the bollocks. And this for me, hands down, before even talking about driving or anything, would be the reason that you would cough up 1,500 to 2,000 more to get one of these. I mean, just look at it. Type R, and they're just great seats. Who wouldn't want to sit in these every single day? And some people just come into me like, yeah, your interior is nice, your interior is nice. They don't even know nothing about the car. They don't even know what car it is. Just like, oh yeah, your interior is nice. Yeah, you got red. And this is just standard as well on obviously the FNT. So this is great to have. With obviously the red floor mats. Mine are absolutely filthy, but yeah, because I've been obviously getting in them with muddy shoes and so on, need to take a bit more care with those. I'll get them washed anyway. But yeah, I probably should have got the car cleaned as well before doing a video like this. Jesus Christ, come on man. But yeah, what do you guys think about for those of you that are not Honda fans, because I'm probably sure that everybody in this who watches videos probably isn't, or majority of you are, this has got to be one of the best interiors for this valued car, or value of car, I'm sure. Great interior. And obviously compared to the Type S, which is just very bland and basic and just black interior, so much more of an upgrade. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll move into, I'll talk about driving. So let's go for a little drive and I'll tell you why I think you should upgrade for a bit more money and get one of these. But yeah, let's get into it. So guys, as you join me back in the car, probably the most important factor when you're I'm trying to obviously explain whether this is better than the Type S is the drive. Most importantly, does it drive as different to warrant the extra about £1.5 I would say. So in a nutshell, from my point of view, absolutely. Like, this car is just so much more, what's the word I'm looking for, engaging and fun, I would say. The Type S never felt quick. I had, obviously, as I explained, I had a 1.8 litre petrol engine, which was about 137 or 140-ish brake horsepower. Every time you put your foot down, it wasn't as, you know, the sound obviously wasn't as good as this K20 engine, and I just don't know, it just, when I've just put them both together and tried to measure them up, this just blows it out the water. And I mean, I guess it would do, because it is the upgraded top spec at that time. Sorry, I'm just trying to navigate my way through a bit of traffic. But yeah, the top spec, this is the top spec at the time. This is supposed to be the improvement to the Type S, and in my opinion it actually is. The reason I didn't obviously get one instead of my Type S was because at the time insurance was just an absolute pain in the ass for me, so I wasn't able to, I couldn't afford the quotes they were giving me. They were outrageous quotes, and I was like, you know what, what's the next best thing? And the next best thing was obviously the Type S, which served me well and absolutely loved it during the time that I had it. But obviously driving this and using this like I did the Type S, it just blows out the water. Like, you can just tell, yeah, this is obviously an upgrade. Take away obviously the interior that we've already spoken about. It's just a much better place to be, which is a much better place to be. But it's just, who are they after? And of course, in the Type S, you're not revving up to 8,500 RPMs, and that is always the thing that's going to put a smile on your face. Just like pulling out like that, and just absolutely, it just makes all the difference. I mean, that alone is worth paying the money for, I'm sure, and I'm sure you guys agree with me. But I have just caught my first warning lights on the dash. I've got an ABS and a VSA fault. I believe that's for the, it's saying ABS, I think it's just, well, my brakes are really low, but ABS shouldn't really come on because of the brakes, or should it? I don't really know, all cars are different, but in my other one I had a sensor problem, always a sensor problem with these cars, but I do need to get the front brakes changed because I've absolutely hammered this car. Not hammered in a bad sense, but yeah, I drive it every day and I haven't changed it in the 6 months that I've had it, so it will be a good time to sort out those. But you guys out there who have actually had Hondas, is that just it's just a common fault, isn't it, for the ABS and the VSA light to come on? Because sometimes in my Type S I had the same thing. And what would happen is that sometimes it would come on when I start, and sometimes it just didn't come on at all. Really, really weird. So when it does that, I believe it's a sensor issue. But this has just popped up. So when I do stop, turn off, I'll turn it back on, and if it stays on, I'll probably have to look further into it and see. But hopefully there's nothing wrong with my ABS. I don't want to. That's just so long. I'm driving completely fine. But yeah, guys, is it better than the Type S? Absolutely. I would recommend anybody out there who obviously does have a Type S and is looking for something better, and wants to upgrade. Type R is not a bad place to start, to be honest. And obviously that does depend if you guys are still interested in having a Honda after your experience. Hopefully your experience has been good. Mine's been brilliant. Mine was brilliant with my Type S, which was why I was like, you know what, pay more money, and I'll eventually get the upgrade and see how that fares me, see how that treats me. And it's treated me absolutely great in the last 5 or 6 months. So I'll continue hammering the miles out, using it as a daily driver, workhorse, kind of, which is what I use it for. I'm obviously past the 100,000 mile mark now. I'm at 101,087 miles, and I'm sure this thing will be hitting 200k miles soon enough. How long do you think it actually takes to get to do 100k miles? I don't know. Let's say if you average 10k a year, then it'd take me 10 years. Jesus Christ. Wow. That is a flipping age when you think about it, boy. That is a flipping age. But yeah, guys, I just parked back up home, just got into my car park. But yeah, in a nutshell, this car is just I think it's just miles above the Type S. I mean, for the value, you're only paying another £1.5 grand, £2 grand maybe for a decent one, and you got yourself a much better car, in my opinion. So for me, it's a no-brainer. So anybody out there thinking about doing it, trust me, go for it, because you won't regret it. But guys, as always, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content to come. Appreciate all the support as always. Please like, comment and subscribe down below. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.